Okay, good morning. Good morning. I expect Ramen to be popping in here soon unless something's happened to keep her from popping in. But other than that, I guess you'll just have me this morning. I know I said I was going to stream yesterday, but life sort of kicked me in the butt, and I ended up visiting people that have got all them fancy letters under behind their name, and then having to visit a new one. Or at least seen a new one that I hadn't seen before. So I'll figure out what she's like here as a female doctor. I was a little concerned though the first time I saw her. She comes walking in, and she's wearing from a skirt or a dress, and she's got her white lab coat on like you would expect, and I don't know why neurologist would have a stethoscope, but she did. And she really acted as if she'd never read my medical records prior to her sitting in down there and walking in. And you would think that, you're a medical professional, you're seeing a patient for the first time that's been going to the same office for almost a decade. You would think that they would have taken time to sit down and read the medical records to see what was going on. So she asked me a bunch of questions that is like, okay, if you look at my records, you'll see all these answers. But I went ahead and answered them, it's like, okay. But the one thing that's sort of a little off putting, and maybe I'm giving up my age here, but she had on a pair of these knee high Doc Martin boots. Now, my introduction to Doc Martens, which are an English branded boot, was the not so nice people back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. People that didn't like other people based upon hey, Josh, good morning. People that didn't like other people based upon the color of their skin or the way they dressed and when they didn't like you, it wasn't just a matter of, oh, I'm going to avoid you, I'm going to leave you alone. But those Doc Martens were used to explain to you just how much they didn't like you. And that they would use those Doc Martens to make you go see people with those fancy letters behind their name. So I see somebody who's supposed to be a medical professional wearing those types of footwear. And I just got a little confused, a little concerned about that. Because that's, again, that's not something that, it's just not something I'm used to seeing. And maybe because another thing, maybe because I've been so used to dealing with well, yeah, Josh, just let them soak overnight. Put them in water and let them soak overnight. Salted water and let them soak overnight, and they'll come out perfectly soft beans. I mean, yeah, you can use a pressure cooker, but that's a Last minute resort. Oh crap, I forgot to get my beans out last night. Soaking your beans overnight didn't work? Huh. I've never had that fail to work for me. But anyway, so I'm going to figure out what that. Like I said, I'm so used to dealing with for my neurologist. I've been seeing the same neurologist now. The neurologists I've been seeing are radically different from this woman. And for some reason, I'm just not comfortable seeing a white woman as my neurologist. Not yet. So, I just have to think of it. No, it can't be that I'm thinking that she's a DEI hire. She went through. No, she's a neurologist. There's no way she's got through everything it takes to be a neurologist strictly because she's a white woman. Yeah, I hope not. That's a thought that just popped up into my brain. I don't even own. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I do own a pressure cooker because my Instapot's a pressure cooker. I keep forgetting about that because I don't use it as a pressure cooker very often. Well, I'm glad that really worked out for you. Well, oh yeah, trying to, uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, just putting beans in a pot and then turning on the heat, yeah, that's no good. Um, I made a cheeseburger potato soup. The wife recipe we found the wife wanted to try. Made that last night for dinner, and I don't know what it is. These people say these recipes say that you could, 30 minutes and your soup is ready. And I've never had a good potato soup that didn't take at least 2 to 3 hours sitting at a low temperature, a medium low temperature on the stove for at least 2 to 3 hours to get that potato soup coming out really, really nice. But these recipes I've been finding lately, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and it's like, my God, are your potatoes even cooked? Are you still eating half raw potatoes? I've never done potatoes I don't think I've ever done potatoes in a pressure cooker. But this cheeseburger potato soup, it was actually my only problem with the recipe was it called for a half a pound of meat. And I put that in and it just wasn't enough. So I put fortunately, I cooked up a full pound. And so I put the other half a pound in, and that gave the ratio potatoes to meat to veggies. That brought the ratio up to where I like it. Because usually my potato soup that I make is got ham or bacon in it. Now I actually prefer ham chunks. Uh, I bought cubed. Bought. We've had potato soup twice this week. Once was just a standard old fashioned potato soup that I don't need a recipe to cook. I mean, I know what's going to go in it, and that's the one that I put in 2 pounds of cubed ham. And then I had this cheeseburger one that I made up last night, but it really did turn out okay. Hey, I tell you what, Josh, if you know, when that calls for cans of tomatoes going in soups or something like that, I found that I use a can of regular Rotel, and that really kicks up the flavor from using just plain tomatoes. But yeah, I mean, I go through a lot of Rotels, cans of Rotel, because the flavor differential is fantastic. Rotel is a brand name of. Let me pull it up for you here. Rotel tomatoes and green chilies. There we go. That there's the Rotel right there, and it's I use the originals a lot. I use every now and I've got a couple of cans of the hot and a can of the chipotle flavored ones. But I only use those on recipes I'm making for myself that I'm not making for the wife. The original's about as spicy as she goes. So, but yeah, Rotel tomato. Yeah, we buy those by the case now. When we go to Sam's Club, it's like mushrooms. We pick them up by the case. Uh, I use them in my omelets. I use them in hell, I even use them in my scrambled eggs, tacos, burritos, my quesadillas. Ah, okay. But yeah, that's the if you're looking for some extra flavoring and such, and that's the way to do it. In fact, I think that's on the shopping list for our Sam's trip tomorrow. The wife wants to make a Sam's trip. And you'll have to excuse me. I got up at 2 this morning, then got up again at 3. Then my phone started ringing at 4. So I'm a little bit on the lack of sleep. And I just got in new insurance paperwork for the house that I just printed out and I have to sit down and review. Okay. Oh, ouch. Oh, that hurt. Anyhow, normally I don't talk politics or issues on this stream, on the Friday stream. But something Biden did yesterday really pissed me off. All right, when he announced, and it's pissed me off for multiple reasons. When he announced that the federal government is going to cover all expenses for these wildfires in California for the next 6 months. That has absolutely pissed me off. One, these California fires are California's fault. After their fires a decade ago, they got told what they needed to do to keep these fires under control. But their left-wing policies, their environmentalism and climate this and climate that and bird this, squirrel that, fish this, they wouldn't do what they needed to do. Then they let some people that own a lot of very expensive farm property, one particular family, control where a lot of water goes to the point that the rest of the state suffers. And they didn't even have enough. I saw pictures of firemen using women's purses, filling up purses with water to put out fire. There's a video out there of I believe she's the assistant fire chief for the whole frickin' state or for LA County, saying that what if a man needs rescuing in a fire, can a woman do it? These women you're hiring do it. And she stood there and said, well, if a man needs rescuing, why is he in that position why did he put himself in a position where he needs rescued? That should have immediately called for her, she shouldn't have a job today. She should have been fired right after she made that comment. But anyway, so Biden's promising that all this money gets spent. Federal government's going to pick up 180 days worth of tabs. Yet after the Maui fires, They got $750. That's it. That's all the federal government did. East Palestine, Ohio, and the train wreck. Federal government did bumpkiss. Oh man, that sounds good, Josh. And then North Carolina and Florida with hurricanes, especially North Carolina. Remember, FEMA going in there saying, if we're not doing anything for anybody that's got a Trump sign, because those are dangerous people. They're too dangerous. They make us feel uncomfortable because they support Trump. And they're doing bupkis to help them. But California and the LA basin, the multi-million dollar homes, multi-million, 10, 15, 20 million dollar homes. These people got money out the yin yang. And the federal government's going to pick up $180 worth of the bill. Biden, and then he's turned around and promised all this money to the Ukraine here the other day also. I'm sorry, the last week or earlier this week, the other day, I talked about, how much power should a lame duck president have? Especially his last few weeks before he's no longer president. And I said, I didn't see how we could restrict his power, how we could restrict his authority, and still have a president. But Biden and his actions right now are giving me, it's making me hard. It's really making it hard for me not to say, yes, we need to restrict their power. It's making it damn difficult for me not to say it. Because he's making promises he doesn't have to fulfill. He's making promises that he's dumping the issue then on Trump and the next administration. Well, you're not wrong there either, Josh. And if Trump turns around then and doesn't do what follow through on Biden's promises, then the media will be coming unglued all over top of them. So we're I don't know how much more. Today's the 10th. We got 10 more days. Let's see, it's 10:25 Eastern time zone. So that's an hour and 35 minutes. So we got 10 days and an hour and 35 minutes till Biden is no longer president. And we've got to see how much more damage he can do before he leaves. It's almost like I want, put out a bingo card of how much money he's going to yeah, I ought to do a clock. It's a countdown clock on that, and have it up in the corner of my screen. I wonder if somebody has that. Let me put in countdown to Trump. Down until Trump is president. Let's see, do they have a clock for that? Okay. Oh, Ramen's here. You don't have an avatar up, Ramen. There it goes. Good morning.
Okay, we're going through this. I guess we don't.
Your mic's dead.
Unmute. There we go.
Oh, there you
Hello.
go.
Good morning,
Hello.
everyone.
Yeah, there actually is a. Oh, come on. I don't want that. Close this ad. Come on, Insurance Exchange. I don't care about you. Close. There. Let me close. Let's see if this one here will work. No, that's wrong. Okay, that clock is wrong. So let me try this one here again. Yeah, 10 days, 2 hours, 31 minutes, and 49 seconds. So.
Till what?
Till Trump is president.
Inauguration, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh. But yeah, there's another one here. It says 13 hours and 31 minutes. It's like, no, it's off by 11 hours. I don't know where they got their act from. For some reason they think it doesn't happen until midnight.
Common Core math, yo.
So. Anyway. I don't think I can add that to my StreamYards. So I wish there was a way. Maybe there is. I can. Okay, I'm not adding music. I'm not adding a background. I'm not adding a video. I'm not adding a logo, and I'm not adding an overlay. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. Don't know what to do here. Not an intro video, not a video clip. So yeah, they don't show a way of doing it. That's okay. I can live with this for what we got right now. I'll just keep an eye on. But anyway, so ramen, young lady. Oh, you're muted. So I'll wait till you come back.
No, I'm totally here. I'm not alone.
Okay, well, you're never alone.
That's a scary prospect.
You've
In
always
the
got the
living room,
youngins.
everybody can hear you scream.
What you need to do is find somebody willing to take them off your hands and go to the zoo or something for a few hours and give you
I don't
2
know.
or
I feel
3
like I'm already.
hours.
That would kind of be redundant. I feel like I'm already at the zoo most of the time.
No, take the kids to the zoo, and where you can be at home by your lonesome to sit down and relax for a little bit.
They're not will ever do it.
But anyway, we found a new recipe last night. I was telling Josh about a cheeseburger potato soup.
I saw something like that a while back and it looked really good.
And it's not bad at all.
It looks like it'll probably kill you after 1 or 2 bowls. So it looked really good.
I can't hear you over your fan.
I wasn't saying anything really profound. I'm just saying it looked really good, except that it looked like it would probably kill you after 2 bowls.
Well, the wife and I each ate 1 bowl, and we were completely full. Oh, I made the wife mad at me yesterday, though.
What happened?
Well, I had to go see one of them people with all the fancy letters behind their names that wear the white coats.
Oh.
I saw a new one, a woman, and she put me a little off when she come walking in.
Oh?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's a white woman.
Okay.
I'm not used to seeing a white woman for my neurologist.
Okay.
And then she's got this white coat on and the stethoscope and a pair of knee-high Doc Martens.
Oh.
Yeah. And see, I'm of the age that Doc Martens were used by certain groups back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s that weren't very nice people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always look a little askew at anybody that talks about wearing Doc Martens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got that reputation with me.
The people I knew with Doc Martens were the alphabet people. Kind of like, I can't.
Well,
shut down.
Well, I'm talking about the people that like to shave their heads and didn't like other people based upon their skin color or race.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm talking about girls that had crushes on me and were trying to impress me, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I met a lot of those in the 90s. Jeez.
So,
anyway.
But I mean, she did all right for she's sending me. I've got to make a trip halfway across the state for another MRI because none of the MRI places in anywhere near me can do what's called a sitting MRI. Because I'm very claustrophobic. And when they clamp they want to do an MRI of my head and neck. And the minute they clamp that damn thing over my head to keep it still, my heart starts going, 200 miles an hour. My blood pressure jumps up to 200 over. And I break out into a sweat where, literally, I soaked the towel they put underneath my head in under a minute. I had so much sweat pouring off of me. So, so I got to go across the state to Tallahassee for this what they call sitting MRI. And she still gave me a prescription for Xanax. She goes, "Yeah, you may still need the Xanax, but this way here they don't clamp nothing on you." It's like, okay, I can live with that. But anyway, before going back to see her, they had me jump up on the scales.
Oh no.
And I've lost another 10 pounds
Good
in the
for you.
past month and a half. Because it's been a month and a half since I've been on the scales, and I've lost another 10 pounds. So the wife was a little bit angry with me.
Why?
I've lost 10
you
pounds.
lost the weight without her. Okay.
Well,
You lost the weight without her, or she didn't want you to lose more weight?
She lost 3 pounds. I lost 10. And she's much more active than I am.
Yeah. Her metabolism might just be slower. I mean,
She's got a lot less weight to lose.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, she wants to drop 30 pounds.
Oh.
Okay. I need to drop 4 times that. So it's easy, this first 100 pounds is going to drop off me fairly easily. It's once I get under the 300-pound mark that it's going to be a little bit harder for me to drop weight.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can see that. I got a confession now. I was all about, I'm cutting back my sugar, no more soda, I'm having a clean life. I talk all that good shit. And then somehow, I don't remember what happened. I think I was just really fed up with shit, or I was tired or depressed or whatever. And then the groceries, Publix food is so good. So, that's what happened. My boss gave me part of the pay she owes me. But she did it with a fucking Publix card. No cash, no PayPal, fucking Publix card. Okay, fine, whatever. So, I went and got groceries with it the other day. And the sandwiches, the tavern sliders with the ham and smoked Gouda. And they still have the eggnog, so I got eggnog. And
okay, you need to get a little closer to your mic or something. You're fading out.
And then I went and bought a bottle of root beer soda, a 2-liter, and a cheesecake. I'm so ashamed. So guess who had cheesecake for breakfast? Yeah.
I tell you, I was in at Winn-Dixie the other day, and I looked hard at some of those sampler cheesecake plates.
Yeah,
the ones that got
those are pricey. Some of those are
3 different types of cheesecakes, 2 slices each of 3 different types of cheesecakes on them.
Yeah.
Looked real hard at that in the bakery section.
Some of these places have like 22 slices, and they're just ridiculous.
I don't know that for the wife and I, we get that small one, and then that lasts us for 3 days.
Oh, this is just pure cheesecake, though. There's no crust under it, even. It's like biting into a bowl of cream cheese. It's so good. It's so fluffy. It's so fluffy.
But Retro sent me this. And I had to laugh when I saw it. That's a latte. Do you see it?
Oh my god. I swallowed a pill. That's
a latte with a mushroom in it.
Oh my god.
That's cute. I like that. I had to really laugh when I saw that.
That is cute. especially if they did it on purpose. That's really freaking cute.
I don't know if they could do that if they did that on purpose, because usually that art, is symmetrical.
They'll put a leaf in it or something boring. That's cute.
Yeah, but that having that mushroom in there, yeah, that was.
If it was more distinct, you could use it as an avatar. Oh, that's cute.
Well, I mean, I could go in there and do some color correction and pop it up a little bit
Yeah.
brighter.
Yeah,
But
I could too, but okay. You know what, Joshua? That's a really good point. It kind of feels like I kind of feel like, I guess the best comparison would be like having a single mom date a bunch of losers that aren't really present, and then she gets you the best stepdad ever. That's kind of how it feels with Trump coming back. He's the best stepdad ever. Yeah, way better than Sleepy Joe. I mean, jeez, what did my mom ever see in him?
I tell you, the people, the next 10 days are going to be so much fun. So many people on the left are absolutely losing it.
I am a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. So many people on the left are saying we're not gonna. Yeah, you got him elected, but we're not gonna let him get inaugurated. I'm like, what do you mean by that? That kind of sounds like a death threat.
Well, they're all having fun today, though, because Trump's being sentenced. Meacham is sentencing Trump today. And he's confirming that Trump will be a 34-time convicted felon today.
I'm just wondering if all this mess with the fires is going to be enough to keep Newsom from staying in office, or what's going to happen with him.
I think Newsom is term limited out after this time, isn't he?
What is it? His second? His third? I don't know.
I think this is his second term now.
I don't keep track of that shit. All I know is I don't understand how he got reelected anyway. But yeah. Oh, I got my Friday groceries coming. I'm so happy. I'm a fat happy lady.
Can Newsom run for governor again?
Or any other office?
No, he cannot. In 2026, Newsom is out in 2026.
Okay. So he can't run for like mayor or some kind of local.
Not as governor, but he can run for senator. He can run for House member.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Anything, between him or his hires for the firefighters being DEI hires that aren't really qualified.
Yeah, he can run for any other office that he wants.
Yeah, and giving buckets to the Ukraine, and now they're using their purses to put out the fires. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I was talking about that just a few minutes ago.
With water, this is.
Did you see that video?
I didn't see the video. I heard about it. It's like a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon.
The fire department was running back and forth between their truck.
There's no water. They pumped all the water into the river.
And filling their water, a purse with water, then running over to this wall and throwing the water over the wall. And there was a couple of them doing it. I'm like, how can you do that?
Well, I mean,
I want to see if I can get a picture of this. See if I can find this picture.
I'm just wondering how many of these now homeless but still wealthy women have clutched their bags. They're just going, no, that's a Birkin, and they're refusing to do it because their house is already down.
Oh, they do have the picture of it. Somebody did catch a picture of it.
No. You don't understand. That's a Coach. That's a Birkin. That's a $20,000 purse. That's ew.
Okay, you know David Muir, the guy that from ABC News.
Okay.
All right, he was out in LA reporting on this fire.
Okay.
All right, now this isn't a great picture from the still, but it's good enough. You should be able to see it. You may be able to see it. I
Okay.
can see it because I know it's there. Okay, you see right here in the back of this jacket, fireman's coat he's wearing?
Yeah.
Okay, you see how nicely it fits in the front?
Yeah.
Here in the back, you can barely see him because of the crappiness of the photo, but he's got clothespins
Oh, okay.
pulling up all the loose material so that it fit him better around the
So you
front.
so it doesn't look like mommy, little girl dressing in her mommy's dresses. Okay, that's fine.
Right. Or a little boy wearing his daddy's suit jacket. You know, he wants to make sure that he's showing off how slim and trim he is. So what they do,
And never
they
mind
put
that the guys that
clothespins in
actually
the.
wear them are these big beefy bastards that probably scored more touchdowns in a single game and are just better than him in every way. Anyway, I see it.
Could you imagine how much a fire truck would weigh if it did have to run off of electric batteries?
Oh man.
Oh, that would be a killer.
Yeah, I can see it.
But yeah, David Muir, man, the Times of India, uh,
Oh Lord.
the Times of India, they've got a great headline for this here,
Why? Why?
and I will just post it.
Okie doke. I can wait.
There,
ABC anchor David slammed for clothespins on jacket during wildfire. Wow, who would slam? I don't really care. It doesn't make a difference. It's not going to change the reporting.
no, yeah, but did you see the front, that narcissist?
Yeah, who called him that?
Uh, ABC News anchor David Muir is slammed for his fashionable clothespin seen on camera when he's doing live coverage of the LA wildfires. Wearing a fire protective jacket was cinched in the back with clothespins, as it got revealed during a live. Infuriated the audience as they thought it was to flatter his figure. Of course, it was for flatter his figure.
I mean, that's why actresses have double sided boob tape. I mean,
Oh yeah.
looking at you, JLo. Anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah, they don't want any nip slips.
My God.
Oh yeah. Oh, did they actually have all electric fire trucks? Damn. I bet those things weigh a couple of tons. Weigh, well, like you said, many, many, many tons. Yeah. She many crisp. Uh, okay, now you got me. Uh, let's see. EV fire trucks. Yeah, they do. The first electric fire truck joins the LA Fire Department. Damn, I didn't think they'd get that set. So how much do they weigh?
Ukraine money will never be diverted. They'll just tax their citizens higher. California will just pile more taxes on, create costs to compensate.
42,000 pounds.
Jesus. just like my ex-husband. All right. What? See nothing. Don't look at me. I'm a kitten. Don't do that. You
How
made me
long
look
does it
bad.
take to charge a electric fire truck? That's good. That's a good question. Wow. 42,000 pounds. Our roads aren't designed for that kind of a payload.
Okay.
And that's only a 500-gallon tank. Let's see how long to charge. Oh, they all 2 hours. If a truck is down to 15% charge, it'll take 2 hours to get back to 85%. So to get it up to 100%, you're looking at probably about 3 hours. Well, that's absolutely nuts. And they can't go any faster than EV vehicles, they go 0 to 60 faster than gasoline ones do. But with all that water in them, you don't want to take off too much faster because of the water, body at rest remains at rest type thing, and water is that's why they've got baffles in potable water trucks, because if you don't have the baffles in there, you get all that water sloshing around and it can wreak havoc. I used to have when I was in the military, I drove potable water vehicles. I was licensed to drive them up to, I think it was 250 gallons. I think that was the size of the potable water trucks we had. But 250 gallons will give a lot of water to people to drink. The licensing was you spent more time on maintenance of the water tank to ensure that the water remained potable. You do know what I mean by potable water, right? Josh, you know what I mean by potable water. Because they just spent hours learning on that classroom on how to keep that tank properly sanitized and the water where it wouldn't taste funky, taste like it had been bleached or something. Well, we finally had our first night without going sub-freezing weather last night. The wife and I got into a discussion about it. She's saying, and I really had it's like, dear, do you actually understand what I'm talking about here? And we're talking about what to do with more about turning on the outside water and how, because you don't want to let water, you got to let the water drip through the night. So the outside pipes don't freeze.
Right.
And she's going, well, the wind chill won't take it below freezing. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm not worried about wind chill. She goes, well, yeah, the wind chill. I said, dear, you do understand the wind chill's got nothing to do with water freezing. Wind chill just means whether or not how cold it feels to you today. It's 32 degrees is still 32 degrees, whether you're got 10 degree minus 10 wind chill or not.
Right.
So, uh, oh my God, no.
What?
Somebody just sent me an email to join
Where?
Silver Sneakers.
What the fuck is that? A shoe store?
No, it's for people with silver hair to get free gym memberships.
Oh, that's a scam. You know it's a scam. Come on.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Mhm.
Oh, no, Josh is just uh, the training you had to go through to drive a truck with potable water versus a standard truck because of the motion, the inertia of having that water in the tanks.
Yeah, swish, swish.
Yep, because that water in the tanks can flip your truck or cause you to burn out your brakes. Mm. It's not that cold. It's windy out, but it's not that cold out right now.
Yay.
Yay. Mm. Spanky made me go outside with him this morning. He wanted
Oh.
he wanted somebody to watch him as he did his business.
I mean, is it even real if
uh,
nobody sees it?
he made certain I watched him pee and poop this morning. Crazy dog. Taking off too fast can really reduce range. I'm not into. I was thinking about getting an EV bike. My brother-in-law offered me his because he had ordered a new one and had it shipped to us. And he offered me his old one.
Mm.
And I'm like, do I really want to do I really want his EV bike? Is that something I'd really want to get into? Because seriously, what would I do on an EV bike? I mean, it's not like I can use that to run down to the grocery store.
Unless it has a really good basket.
I'm sorry?
Unless it has a really good basket.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at bikes a couple of years ago for, just grocery trips when my car died, but no, I had to go get an actual freaking car.
So, well, usually if I run down to the store, I'm spending, $50 to $100.
For me, it's a couple hundred.
So, no, I'm saying if I'm running to the store, I'm
Yeah.
running to the store simply
Well, you
because I
run the
need
kitchen, so,
I,
it's a little
I
different.
need, uh, I need ingredients for dinner that I don't have on hand.
Right. For me, I'm also putting laundry supplies, vitamins. Vitamins are
Right.
getting expensive too now. Stuff like that. So, medicine. It's like the kid, we all have allergies really bad, so.
So we had, it's like, the wife has really gotten into these, uh, she doesn't have them delivered. She goes and does the car pickup on her Walmart orders now.
Although, that's actually nice because If you're tipping, it can get expensive because they base it on the price and on the weight. So yeah, I used to do this before I started ordering multiple cases of water, and it weighed the car down to where the tailpipe would be dragging down the street and making noises. Yeah.
Your shocks were shot, weren't they?
I don't know. I got hit from the side one day and I got T-boned. So I don't
Uh,
know. And my license was suspended, so I didn't call the cops. But yeah, that's kind of it.
uh,
Um,
did you at least get a couple $100 off the guy that hit you?
I didn't get jack. Okay, because it wasn't a great looking. It's a little Toyota. What the hell? Jetta, not Toyota. Volkswagen Jetta. So it looked kind of cheap, and it was flimsy as hell. He's like, "What do you want to do? Do you want me to call the cops? What do you want to do?" I'm like, "No, I just want to go home." You know, it scared the shit out of me because, oh my god, it's been years since anybody's hit me like that, so it really got me. I was freaking out. I just wanted to go home and crawl in my bed and cry and be glad I was still alive. I'm just glad nobody got hurt. That was my thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting at a left turn lane red light yesterday,
Yeah.
and a guy come around the corner. Yeah, he's making a right hand turn, and I could have. He come around that corner a bit fast, and I thought for certain he was going to. We were going to have a head-on collision, and I was stopped dead with somebody behind me. And I had no room to move.
Oh my god.
Someone to behind me and somebody to the right of me, and I was like, okay, I'm sitting there and I'm bracing for this guy to hit me.
One year in Miami when the kids were really little, that was my first car. The light changed after I got into the intersection.
Right.
And the guy on the right at the right corner, the stop sign had gotten mowed down. There wasn't even a trace of it other than a little bit of the pole sticking out of the ground. But there'd been a stop sign there for like 20 friggin' years or whatever. And he decided that he had the right of way and he hit me and I went boom, spinning like something out of a movie. My car just started spinning in a circle all the way across traffic. And oh my god, it was fucking awful. My kids never took their seatbelts off again after that, I'll tell you that much. Oof. My
Well, I'll
brakes
tell you
never worked
what,
after that.
Josh,
Huh?
you're put my weight on e-bike. I definitely put that bicycle under a strain. Put that motor under a serious strain.
We'll see what happens.
Uh, I car accidents scared the hell out of me. I've only been
Yeah.
I've been in two serious, well, one serious one to where somebody hit me and it totaled my vehicle, and it was my first and only brand new car, and I hadn't even made the first payment on it. That's how new it was.
I've never had a new car. I've had
And,
really good shape used ones, but
this woman on a suspended license driving her
of
mother's
course,
car.
of course, she had nothing to
Uh,
lose.
she hit me so hard that she spun me into a gas station less than 3 or 4 feet away from the gas pumps.
Oh man,
And
lucky you didn't go into them.
I was out of work for 6 months. I was physically unable to work for 6 months.
Jeez.
And when I did finally go back to work, I was on light duty for another 4 months. So, needless to say, my boss was not very happy with me.
I bet.
I got demoted. I just been promoted like 2 months earlier to a store manager at a Krispy Kreme.
Ew. Sorry. That was knee jerk reaction.
Oh, you don't like Krispy Kreme donuts?
No, Dunkin's better. They have more
Oh.
variety.
And I just got promoted to store manager. And the owners and I were really, the owners, they owned 10 Krispy Kremes. And they and I were really getting into being a really good personal relationship. Their regional managers and I were in a good personal relationship, so I was really looking at making some good money. And I mean, I'm already at that point. I was making $800 a week.
Ooh, that's good money.
Yeah, that was real good money for back then as a store manager.
You know, I don't think I dislike Krispy Kreme as much as I really, really love Dunkin's dough for their stuffed donuts. That dough is fucking addictive. There's something about it, man.
Afternoon Fury and Happy New Year's to you.
Okay, so there's a documentary out on a George Romero film for Resident Evil. It never got made, I don't think. And the title on the not the title the quote on the poster is he would not sell his soul just to get a film done. George Romero's Resident Evil. I think Token's gonna stream it on his Twitch channel tonight. It looks good. I like the the Resident Evil games were fun. They are very creepy. I'm thinking of getting another server for 7 Days to Die.
Okay, here we go. All right, since you brought that up. News about George Romero. He would not sell his soul just to get a film done. Huh. Interesting. Wow, there's a lot there. Oh, this is on Prime.
Yeah, probably. But he's gonna stream it, so I'll probably watch it.
So, well, he could get in trouble for that, couldn't he?
Yeah, but he's not monetized, so it's looks like he'll go under the radar.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see here. Here's the trailer for it. Okay, it's taking forever to load.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Oh, Barbara.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
George's films literally changed the face of horror as we know it.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Capcom didn't hide the fact that the games were inspired directly by George Romero's films.
Right.
At that time, there was nothing more I wanted than a live-action Resident Evil game.
George is making Resident Evil.
And then suddenly, the plug was pulled on this.
Having him involved would have had the potential for him to leave a blueprint. How did we not get this?
You can tell he had misgivings about doing his zombie project with someone else.
This film just feels so much more gory, so much more violent, and so much more angry.
I think George really took things to the next level on that.
This guy knew Resident Evil.
You know, it's hard.
He would not sell his soul just to get a film done.
I think that they're buying you.
The Resident Evil series exists because of him.
He'll never be forgotten.
Remember, he wrote, "When there's no more room in hell, I'll see you in Pittsburgh."
Everyone's gonna die.
Okay,
you know,
that's good.
some of the Resident Evil movies with Mila Jovovich or whatever, and my kid
Yeah.
likes them. Okay, you know, and I like Michelle Rodriguez. You know, I'll watch them, but I haven't really watched him closely like I would his actual movie. So I don't know if he's going to capture that creepiness of a video game when you're walking down a corridor and things real tight and you hear behind you somewhere. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a movie that captured that fucking creepiness like that, other than Alien.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie is fucking creepy, but I've never seen one come close after that. I don't know.
Well, now I'm not a Resident Evil game player.
Okay.
All right.
I like the co-op ones.
But I did like the first two movies.
Okay. Well, I played two of the co-op ones. One was Scotty. Oh my god, it was alright. It's the one where you start out on a ship. And honestly, that game had me terrified, although literally nothing attacked me until Scotty. We were in separate areas of the ship starting out, and that makes it worse. I don't know what the deal is with stuff like that. You know, like some of these times you start out in opposite areas of the map, and you're talking to each other, and you're trying to figure out, man. Yeah, so some of my friends have fallen in love with the game for the first time recently, and we're never on at the same time. And I tried joining their server. I had no movement. Hold on.
Okay. Wind's picking up and Spanky's saying, okay, I want in the house now. Yeah, Spanky.
I'm sorry.
Jump up on the couch. I'll put your blanket over you.
But yeah, I tried to join them. It was terrifying because I kept hearing sounds behind me and I couldn't move at all. I couldn't join their party. I couldn't get in my inventory. I couldn't do anything. I was just stuck in place. So I was like, F this. I'm going to get a server again because I can't do this. I don't know. So I'm looking into it today. So if you want to join us, I'll give you the IP and the password and everything. Yay!
Now, Fury, you saying you got hit with 3 gigabyte of updates? Good Lord, how many video games, Steam games do you have to get 3 gigs of updates? Or has it been that long since you've logged onto your Steam account?
I tried to do Dungeon Defenders and I could not join Vault at all. I tried for like 2 days and it was like, it kept saying, there are 3 files that could not be validated and will be downloaded. But it wouldn't actually download them. So I'd have to redo the file verification. You know, it takes forever. And I had to do it 3 times, one for each file, because it would only download one at a time when I kept doing it. So yeah, I joined him one time where he played for like half an hour and then I had to go to bed. So yeah.
Okay, what's this here?
2D5 mess? I don't know. I'm looking for it now. Search Google for. No, it doesn't come up on Google. I don't know what 2D5 must is. Is this some satanic thing? Is it substitute Christmas? Man.
Have you been paying any attention to that lawsuit against CNN that's being tried here in Florida?
I don't even know. What lawsuit? Help me out here. I'm a nobody. I sent you a video this morning. It was Daddy Leo, whatever. Yeah, just to clarify things, I'm not Leo. I was the guy playing the piano this morning. Oh my god, my life was a fucking wreck. So, you know, I've been struggling.
Okay, yeah, I've already seen this one.
Yeah, it's all nice and pretty. And he's playing, yeah, that was me. So, you know, I've been struggling with my sleep. I can't stay awake anymore. Not for 5. Like, I sit down at the computer. It's not even, did you sleep last night? If I sit in front of the computer, 5 minutes later, I want to crawl into bed. Like, I cannot stay awake. And I started looking into it because it got worse, you know. Like it used to be the last few years, it's like, okay, I'll sleep my normal 15 hours a day, and that's fine. Yeah, there I go. So, yeah, that's not creepy at all. Yeah, there I go. Yeah. So I started researching it. I'm looking up, you know, trouble staying awake after a stroke, and they said it's pretty common. And yeah, you can be like that for 6 more years. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna be sleeping my life away for 6 years. I got a Starbucks energy drink, and I did drink some of it. I had to give it a try, and it really kept me awake for like a whole day. I didn't even drink half of it. The problem is, it tasted like somebody tried to boil coffee flavored candy and threw some rusty pennies in the pot for good measure. It was fucking awful. Oh my god.
Oh, no, you mentioned something about caffeine just now.
Yeah, I can't do this energy
Caffeine
drink.
loaded drinks.
Can't do it.
Uh, they want one of the things that this new doctor wants to do is she wants me to have an EEG done.
Okay, for what?
Okay. And the thing is, I have to be awake for at least 12 hours prior
Oh, that would never be me. I'm sorry.
to the EEG with no more than 4 hours of sleep.
Okay.
Okay. That's rough, but that's doable. Okay. Then she said no caffeine
Oh no, I gotta
for
take a cup of coffee
that
when I get up.
for that 12 hours. I'm like,
That would be
what?
medically impossible.
You want me to be up all night long because my EEG is at 8:15 in the morning.
Right.
You want me to be up all night long with no coffee and awake all night long with no coffee
No, that would not be me.
and alert enough to be able to drive my happy butt
I'd be
here.
taking Uber and sleeping in the Uber. I'm sorry, I cheated. Go have yourself. Thank me.
They said, well, yeah, that's about what we need.
I want to see you do that. Go ahead.
You say, yeah. This is the same woman that will come walking in wearing those knee-high Doc Martens. You know, how?
Yeah, you know, no, it ain't possible just because you said to do it. I mean, you could tell me to defy gravity. Don't mean I'm getting a hoverboard or anything, lady. Just let's have some realism here.
Needless to say, I will be taking in a couple cans of Monster with me.
Oh, they're not gonna.
Because as soon as them things come off my head, I will be draining those cans of Monster to get some because I know I will have a lack of caffeine headache.
Yeah.
By the time, I mean, I drink anywhere between 5 to 10 cups of coffee a day, and these are 16-ounce coffees. And when I work the overnight shift, I drink 72 ounces of coffee in 4 to 5 hours.
I could do. I could do it when I was younger, but not now. I'm too old for this crap.
So, Hey, Josh, don't be like that. Did you hear about that woman, Raman, that she got caught dumping? She went into the grocery store, used food stamps to buy a bunch of soda.
I mean,
Right.
legal, not good, but it's legal.
Right. She went out into the parking lot and started draining the cans of soda or bottles, whatever, onto the ground.
Okay.
Cop pulled up and asked her what she was doing. And she told him because she was going to take the containers back in for cash.
Oh, God. You know, she would have been better off just selling her food stamps and getting half the value back. She would have gotten more back than if she did that.
And the cop turned her into that state's version of Florida's DHS.
Right, for fraud, yeah.
And that state is coming after her now for $23,000.
Good. You know,
everything that they paid her for the past year.
Good. Good. Because, you know, when I was little, my mom had food stamps. You couldn't get soda with food stamps. You couldn't buy bottled water with it or ice or anything. All you could get was food that you had to cook. No canned instant or deli food or nothing.
And these were actual food stamps. It wasn't an EBT card.
Ooh, oh my God, that.
No, I'm talking about what your mom had.
Yeah. Oh my God, you knew when somebody was on food stamps when they were in line with you. You could see it.
Right.
Like a monopoly money.
When when I worked convenience stores when I first got out of the service here in Florida, there's this one family that came in. And I got warned about them. They said, watch, now they're going to have their kids, give each one of their kids a $5 food stamp. They're going to come in and buy either a piece of candy or
chips, soda, fruit punch,
gum or, something very cheap. And each one's going to come up and hand you a $5 food stamp.
You have to give them money back.
And give them back change.
Yep.
All right. And I said, interesting. So they lined up to do it. I said, okay, give me all your candy, kids. And they gave them to me, and I rang it up, and I took one of the food stamps, and I handed and I cashed it and gave them back their change. Like, instead of getting back $4, they got back like $2.
Because you put it all on one bill, yeah.
Right. Well, their dad came in raising hell about it.
Well,
and I said, okay.
They got their candy. I mean.
And I looked down and I said, well, sir, it's like this. Because see, what it was is he wanted that money to buy cigarettes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I said, well, sir, it's like this.
That's how kids learn.
You keep doing that, and I will ban you from this store. And you will not be allowed to come back into this store. And I'll get my, now if you really want me to, I will call my district manager, and we'll have you banned from every one of these convenience stores in the county.
Yeah. Well, you're not a little kid who was told, go get yourself a piece of candy.
No, so. I mean, when I was growing up, we were on food stamps for 8 months.
Okay.
Due to situations.
Well,
and I remember how embarrassing it was how embarrassed my mom was for having to.
Okay with it. I was the one embarrassed, but.
Well, no, my mom was extremely embarrassed because she was working as a CNA at the time.
I get it.
And we were still on food stamps for the 5 kids.
But my mom got divorced and there was no child support order, so, that's how she was disabled, so she couldn't work. That's how it goes sometimes.
And then me and my brother and I had to go to work for our landlord, who was a nasty old SOB.
Yeah.
He gave me my introduction to porn.
Did not need. Oh my God.
Okay,
Please
that's
tell
how.
me it wasn't as getting filmed. It was just.
No. He
Oh,
showed me
thank God.
he showed me
Close
my
the
first
door.
piece of porn.
Close the door.
He showed me my first piece of porn that I'd ever seen. I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
A nasty old man. He sat there and go. And the thing was, is I remember today. I remember to today what he said. He goes, "I just love watching the pole go in the hole."
No. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be sick. I hate people.
and I mean, he was probably in his 60s or 70s. Just a dirty, nasty old SOB.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, short, fat, never shaved. Didn't have a beard, just had that, I don't shave look on his face, that grizzle. Just nasty looking man, and nasty to work for. But I had to work for him to make sure we got rent paid on our house. And back then, the rent on the house was only $200 a month.
That's
But
about
man,
what it was in
that
New
was
York,
nasty.
Too.
So,
Oh, give me that box. I don't know what the hell. Something got delivered to my. Oh.
well, see, Josh, they've gone so far now. I mean, where people recorded people on food stamps using EBT cards to buy steaks and lobster.
Yeah, but they're
Buying
getting like $1,100 a month. Stop, please.
they're getting
cards are full of
shrimp.
soda. And
they're getting
steaks.
shrimp, steak, lobster, and I mean that stuff. I can't remember the last time I bought a steak
I don't even like steaks. Yeah.
to eat at home. I mean, now except for round steak. Now I buy round steak on occasion to
my best friend,
to marinate, but I mean for most of the time around this house, it's either chicken thighs, chicken breast, or hamburger.
Okay.
That's what we eat the most of around here. That's just to make the. I mean, those are the most economical cuts of meat there is.
I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie.
But we do splurge once in a while and buy chicken wings.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Buy a bag of chicken wings, bring them home, and then I marinate them in buttermilk and with seasonings, and then do a double dip, double fry on them.
I'm trying to figure. Do you know what just came to my apartment? Okay, it's a box, a tiny box, something eBay or something. It's a single glass bottle of Starbucks coffee. I would never order one bottle. They come in a 4-pack.
It came to your address with your name on it?
My name on it. Now I'm trying to figure out where it came from. Let me see if I accidentally ordered from Amazon. But they would deliver to the locker. I love the Amazon lockers. And then if I change my mind at the last second, I don't have to.
My son and grandson got a shot coming into them on Monday.
What?
Yep. My son, I sent him a copy of the latest Call of Duty game. And my grandson, he's getting in a remote controlled Spider-Man car. So
So you ordered a physical copy of the video game?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's all.
Anymore.
That's all I buy him. If I buy him a video game, I just buy him the physical copy. I don't buy the download.
Okay. I think the last physical copy of a game I had was the first Left 4 Dead. Somebody got it for my birthday. And I remember telling her, open the box and write down the serial number because people, if you mail it like that, somebody will just rip it off the box.
Now it's being delivered from Amazon.
Yeah.
Now these are items, and this morning I got Amazon sends out their lightning deals to you in the email.
Yeah. Stop.
And this Spider-Man thing is $109 on sale for $39.
Oh wow, that's a steal. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I went ahead and ordered it for my grandson. He's a big Spider-Man fan.
I've never had this was from Amazon, and I don't know who ordered this for me. It's ridiculous. Now I've never had my Amazon packages tampered with, but they have gone to the wrong address a couple of times. That's why I do the locker.
Right.
It's at the Staples. It's awesome.
I'm trying to find I've got one of those tamper-proof mailboxes. Okay, where you put the mail in, and then once it goes in, it drops into another section.
Yeah.
That you can't reach.
Yeah,
and then you have to unlock it from the back to get anything out of it.
Uh-huh.
And I've been looking for something along those lines for packages that I
People
could.
have them on their porches all the time. You see the videos.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find where they get them at.
Probably Lowe's or Home Depot.
Okay, Fury. After your scampi and your Cheshire cheese sauce, nothing else there that you mentioned makes a lick of sense to me. Because it sounds like it's all kind of French food that I've got no clue what the hell you're talking about.
French food is overrated.
So, okay. Trump's sentencing just happened, and I missed it.
No, find out.
I'm pulling it up. Trump sentencing. Okay, what is it? Okay, here we go. I know we normally don't talk politics, but today's being a weird day because we've talked politics a little bit. Trump sentencing live. Trump sentences Trump to unconditional discharge in hush money case. Allows Trump's conviction in 34 count of falsifying business records to stand with no further penalties such as jail time.
Good.
All right, now.
Dump that water out.
He is appealing this.
Of course.
And he is going to appeal it. Now, I thought he already appealed. What was the appeal he'd already done? Where well, anyway. Yeah, here we go. In September, New York appeals court grilled attorneys over that was a civil fraud case.
Okay.
that he appealed. They have not come back. That's at $450 million appeals. Okay, so he'll be appealing this case too. I hope he wins both appeals. He should win both appeals. That $454 million lawsuit in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one that he appealed in September. So now he'll appeal this one. If a food is nesting, do I have to break its neck and cook it myself?
You might. I don't know. You know why the French have got so many different sauces that they put on their foods? The food is going stale.
To cover up the fact that the meat was going rancid.
Mm-hmm.
So they come up with it. They covered up with came up with all those sauces to disguise the nasty flavor of the meat.
That's why you got perfume. Because people stink.
I've got to, let me see if I can, I know what I need to. The wife sent me a picture the other day, and I meant to send it to myself so that I could let's see, here it is. Let me send this to, there we go. Send. All right. You'll love this.
I hope so.
This is the other day when it was kind of nasty around here. There it is. Okay, that's fine. And all right, here we go. Let me share this picture real quick. Too many tabs open. Window here. Okay. Somewhere in this picture, there's a dog.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Somewhere in that picture is a dog. You see where this brown blanket is with the paw prints on it.
Uh-huh.
You see this little white streak right here.
Uh-huh.
That, and then it goes to a red blanket. That's the dog underneath both blankets. that white streak. He was cold and crawled up underneath two blankets. Oh, beefaroni is good stuff.
My son loves that shit.
Yep.
But he also asked me for macaroni and cheese, which is pretty. It's beefaroni without the beef and the sauce in it. So
Yeah, I can see. I mean, when the wife said it to me, I can see it right away. But then, I mean, I'm used to seeing both of those blankets and him all the time.
oh,
But you know, it's just so funny the way he crawled up underneath both blankets. I saw a recipe this morning that I gotta give it a try just to give it a try. It's a single pan mac and cheese. What you do, you use just enough water to cover your macaroni, and you cook your macaroni, and then when that water is gone, been all absorbed up by your macaroni,
yeah.
whatever pasta you're using, elbow macaroni or whatever. You put in it's 6 ounces of macaroni, 6 ounces of evaporated milk, and 6 ounces of shredded cheese.
Okay.
You put in the 6 ounce. After the macaroni's been cooked, you put in the 6 ounces of evaporated milk.
Okay.
And when that gets up to temperature, you shred 6 ounces of cheese.
Okay.
And melt that down into across the top of your on top of your macaroni.
Okay.
Or whatever kind of pasta.
Yeah, that's similar.
And I want to try that just to try it.
Yeah, I've done stuff like that.
I have not done ham hocks in a long time because I've never been able to find good ham hocks.
I got some from Publix and Walmart. I mean, good ones. A lot of meat on it, you know. Oh.
Yeah, I've got evaporated milk in my pantry because I use it for some of my baking.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it does,
You know, I keep that and condensed milk both in my pantry. Because there is a difference.
It's going to be real simple tonight because everything's going in the oven. Fish, popcorn chicken, fries, and onions. Bam.
Well,
And I'm going to make enough to take some to the movies tomorrow, too.
I got some leftover sauerkraut, so we're having kraut dogs with French fries for supper tonight.
Yeah, gotta keep it simple.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Sorry, that was my boy. I was telling Schneider. He was getting too excited, too loud. He's putting the groceries away. They just came, so.
evaporated milk as an energy drink?
Wow.
It'd give me the energy to throw up if I drank that stuff straight.
They put a lot of sugar in it, don't they?
Oh.
I have never seen a can of evaporated milk that didn't have sugar added.
It's been a couple of weeks since I've looked at the ingredients of evaporated milk, so I'd have to look at it again. But I know I don't like the taste of evaporated milk straight out of the can.
It doesn't sound good.
It's cloying to me.
Yeah. Yes. Condensed milk
So-
sandwich sounds gross. But then again, Nutella sandwiches sounded gross to me for years before I tried it.
A Connie Annie sandwich. A condensed milk sandwich?
Yeah. Hey, stop it!
That sounds strange as all get out.
The first time I saw a Nutella sandwich, I was like, "You're crazy," because I figured it would taste like a Hershey bar between two slices of white bread. And it sounded gross to me, and I don't know what made me try it, but I tried it. It was so rich and so good. No, it does have a lot of sugar, though. I wouldn't give it as a snack to my kids for like a daily thing. But oh my god, it's so good. You wouldn't think it is. I mean, chocolate spread on white bread. Oh no, it's great.
Uh, I still get a kick out of that latte that Retro sent me.
Oh my god.
That mushroom
Freaking
latte.
orange. Like, what the hell is in it that it looks so orange? Stop, please. Stop. He's very hyper this morning. He doesn't even drink coffee. I said stop. Scottish tablet.
They're in which condensed milk crystallizes into a fudge-like texture. I'm trying to remember which one. I want to say I think it's the condensed milk, but maybe evaporated milk. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up again. But if you take one of them and put it into a pot of water, then bring it up to a boil, it will turn into caramel. Let's see here. No, not cooked. I want boiled. It's condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk, and it turns into dulce de leche.
Leche.
Yeah. So, yeah, you boil milk for caramel.
I don't like caramel. Ew. I know. I'm a heretic. Blah blah blah.
I do like caramel. In fact, I'm going to surprise the wife. I'm going to make her some. I've been promising her this now for about 2 months. It's just we've always had so much junk food in the house that I told her I wasn't going to make it until we got rid of all the junk food. And we're finally out of 99% of it. I've got a few pieces of candy still left here, but not to, that's, huh?
Joshua's thinking.
So
Joshua, I wouldn't trust that.
I'm going to make her some monkey bread with
caramel,
with apples and caramel.
Oh,
dried apple chunks.
So I love dried apple.
So I'm going to make her some monkey bread and surprise her with it this next week.
Little, when I was in school, so I think it was Son made that honey bag for dried apples, but they weren't like chips like they are now. They were kind of moist little pieces of apple that were a little brown on the outside, and they were good. They were kind of chewy. I used to take that to field trips. They were yummy. Okay, Joshua, I would worry about that a little bit because they put so much filler in meatballs and ravioli and things like that. You're not getting as much protein as you think you are. Just saying.
Now, I've done when I would go out on camping trips. I've
Yeah.
done the cans of baked bean thing
I love baked beans. Oh my god.
because you can eat a can of baked beans without even heating it up, and it's still good.
Yeah. Publix does pretty good baked beans, but I'll eat damn near any kind of bean if they have rice with it. Oh my god,
And
beans and rice.
my emergency kit that once a year I change everything out of has got about 10 cans of baked beans in it.
My daughter won't eat that stuff. I used to think of what I would pack for her, but I'd be like, pack her $20 and she get some fries through the drive-through. That's the best I could come up with. She won't eat the same stuff me and my boy eat.
What are you talking about? Is cans of Irish stew there?
That sounds really good. Cans of Irish stew layered. The only thing that reminds me remotely is shepherd's pie. Some stores sell layered shepherd's pie. Frozen though, not canned. Tesco Irish stew. Okay.
Okay, yep. Oh, it's just a beef stew.
Campbell's Chunky Irish stew. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a beef stew. Heavy on the carrots.
Amazon Caledonian Kitchen Country Quark Irish stew with lamb. Okay, let me look this up. 28-ounce can. Doesn't show a picture of the actual food. Okay, just the can. And the can is a picture of the local area. Okay, whatever. Yeah,
Lamb, diced potatoes, carrots. Yep. That's what I pretty much figured it would be.
I'm not a big fan of lamb.
I am. I do like lamb.
Okay.
So, yeah, well, that's the difference between a cottage pie and shepherd's pie is whether you use lamb or beef. If you use beef, it's cottage pie. If it's lamb, it's shepherd's pie.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not even really crazy about beef anymore either. I don't know.
I'll tell you, if you really want, my wife found this out the hard way. She didn't believe me.
Oh.
And I told her hard-boiled eggs gave me gas.
Oh, no.
And she didn't believe me. And I ate that.
Believe someone when they're telling you a thing. Jesus.
So I sat there and ate a bunch. I made up and ate a bunch of deviled eggs.
And ate them in front of her.
Oh, yeah. Sat there and ate them while watching a movie. Then that night when we went to bed.
Oh, my God. She paid for not believing you.
It's like when she told me she can't eat a bunch of raisins, I quit making raisin bread.
Oh, I bet she missed that.
You know, she loves raisin bread, but she said raisins make her fart. And I said, okay, I won't make raisin bread no more.
Oh, my God.
And she does love raisin bread.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
So, and that's back when I used, I don't know if I even still have it or not. I used to have a bread machine. Because I'd get lazy and make raisin bread was about the only thing I made in the bread machine.
Okay, I was just gonna say, was it easier than hand making everything, or?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, you dump it and forget it. Dump it, turn it on, and forget it. And the machine does everything for you.
I got one question: is it easy to clean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the cylinder part or the central part, at least the one I had, the central part came out for easy cleaning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my biggest concern. Like, if I have to dunk the machine in the sink just to wash out the center of it, this might not be a good purchase for me. But yeah,
Broccoli
we use a
doesn't
lot of
bother
bread.
me.
Oh, broccoli, that's my favorite vegetable except for tomato. I know tomato's a fruit, I don't care.
Speaking of deviled eggs, I haven't made deviled eggs in a couple of months. I need to make them again.
Me neither. When was the last time? Thanksgiving?
No, it's even been before that. Because since
Ooh.
Thanksgiving was just going to be the three of us, I didn't go all out this year. I wasn't feeling good, so I didn't go all out like I did the year before. I mean, the year before I made 10 pies, I baked 8 loaves of bread. Oh man, I tell you, these potato soups I made next week when we get our second cold snap in. I made enough the 2 potato soups that 2 of our meals are already covered for next week. Just decide what days of the week we want to have the potato soups on. The 2 coldest days. One of them, I may cut some more ham up to put into one of them. I don't know,
Ham potato soup.
but that makes life easy. Thinking about doing something with rice too. Do a chicken and rice dinner one night because that's another meal that filling and warms you up. Oh yeah, you cook them for 6 minutes, and you put them into an ice water. That keeps your eggs from being too hard cooked. Okay, and who is sending me a text message now?
Not me.
No, it's from work. It's from my boss. So, all right, I'll give him a call here in a little bit. We had a little bit of an issue last night, and the overnight girl called me at home, and she called me at 4 a.m. when she should have called me at 11 at night. Not that that's a big deal. I mean, but I imagine the boss wasn't too happy about that. No, I don't care. Do you? Oh, I get my new socks today! Yay!
You know you're old when you get excited about vacuum bread maker socks. You know.
Well, I haven't bought new socks in probably 3 years.
Yeah, from you
And
too.
I'm down. And what it is I'll buy 14 pair, and then when I get down to my last 5 pair, I go ahead and order new socks.
Yeah.
That way, I mean, as I wear them out, 14 pair. I only keep 7 pair in my dresser drawer. The other 7 pair go up in the closet. And when I wear out a pair of socks, I reach up in the closet and pull another pair down and keep 7 pair going. Well, when the closet is empty, I order more socks again.
Right.
That way I've always got socks on hand.
Good plan.
So it's like shoes. When I keep a spare pair of shoes in the box, and when the shoes I'm wearing wear out, I take the ones out of the box, and that day I order a new pair of shoes. Okay. Dr. Scholl's 13 wides.
Sounds good.
That meant, watch sister go, you mean I got to stare at that box of shoes again for another year until you wear them out?
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord, have fun. Okay. I guess we're about done here for the day. Trump news is over with. I'm glad none of the people that listen to this stream lived out in LA and California. All right. I tell you, I'm going to be honest. I've got very little sympathy for anybody that voted for Newsom that live in LA.
They got what
I've
they
got
wanted.
absolutely no sympathy for the multimillionaires living in $20 million homes out there. Because they always look down on the rest of us. There's a few exceptions, but mostly not. The little people that lost their homes, I hope and pray that they can, that they weren't among those that. There's one lady I saw on the news that said that her parents had lost their fire insurance 2 months ago on their home, and they hadn't been able to find another company to give them fire insurance, and now they've lost their home to a fire.
Yeah.
So, that's bad news all the way around. That's like you lose your flood insurance, and a week later,
You have a hurricane or a tornado or something.
right. And
that's what happened to us.
As I found out the hard way, never say that rain came in through your door or through your window. It always came in through the roof. Because it come in through the door or window, that's considered flood, and that's not covered by your insurance.
Wow, you would think otherwise, though, because isn't it usually called fire and flood insurance, or?
Flood insurance is separate from your normal house insurance, from hurricane insurance.
Okay.
Flood. If you got flooded out in the middle of a hurricane, you're not covered because you got flooded out. So I just got into changes to my policy this morning, so I'll sit down and review those 22 pages and make certain that there's nothing in there I got to be concerned about, because my insurance renews next month. And the insurance company I'm with, they made some changes last year that I had to jump on and, raise my insurance by about $200. So, I mean, I could live with that $200 a year insurance increase, but people, insurance on your homes, make sure that what you have covers anything that can happen. And in Florida here, they just revised the flood zones. So look to see if what you are living in is now a flood zone or not. Because they just revised a lot of flood zone areas that weren't flood zones into flood zones.
Bless you.
Which means you need to have flood insurance.
Stop it.
So anyway, I want everybody to try to have a good weekend, enjoy yourselves, stay out of trouble. Words of wisdom there, Ramen?
Just stay safe, just chill. Don't go imagining yourself a superhero or a firefighter and travel all the way to the country just to get your eyebrows singed off. I'm not helping you. So, just relax. You can't save everybody. I learned that the hard way. And look for me in 7 Days to Die or whatever I'll join you. Yay.
All right. Well, y'all be good. Enjoy. Have a good weekend. And of course, be with the ones you love. Love the ones
Love
that
the
you're
ones
with.
you're with.
Yes. Yay.
I love my kids with the